Everything that we experience in this reality is frequencies. It comes in the form of radiation. So whether you're dealing with something that's either hurting or healing you, that's something you got to be aware of. Always be aware of your environment. Not just when you're walking on the street looking for cars, but like I just said, and I've said before and I'll say again, it's all frequencies. You see, the sun comes in the form of frequencies through the ultraviolet rays. But when you're inside these buildings, these corporations, you're going to experience a lot of radio waves and microwaves. Now look at the spectrum. What is low and what is high? See, when you're constantly absorbing these low frequencies, you're stuck. You're stagnant, and this does damage to the insides of you. Someone may seem nice, but they're constantly using the microwave. They're hurting themselves, and you got to be aware of that. Many people are complacent, or they find themselves in situations they don't like, but they can't act on it. There's something holding them back. They're scared to, what's the word? Scared to speak out against what is taking place around them because of what others perceive or what they may do, the power, the structure that they have at the current moment. So if you notice something that is off and it's causing some kind of imbalance around within yourself, it doesn't matter the situation. Nothing is more important than speaking out on it and acting out on it, to find that what you need. Everything, like I mentioned, in this reality is frequency based, and this is the kind of information that people usually don't talk about. That's why it's important for you to do it if you care about it. And I've also mentioned this, but when you look around at the trees in your environment, there are trees just on the side of the road and stuff. There's frequencies that are emitted into the atmosphere with devices. And whatever chemicals they're using causes the leaves on the trees to fall off in the wintertime in this northern part. So, me, myself, I'm furious. It really bothers me what I see around me with all the frequencies and the way people live. And, I sense the tension within them because they're constantly, there's so much tension, there's friction because they're constantly ingesting these lower frequencies. Another way to do it is through the food. If you're constantly eating the processed food and you're heating it up in the microwave, it's causing more tension. If you're sitting down in one space and you can't breathe proper air, there's a lot of congestion in your chest. There's a lot of congestion around you. If you watch my videos, you can feel the energy of how passionate I am about this, how intense I am about it. It's because we live in a reality that goes to extra lengths, whatever reason, to make sure that you are stagnant and that you're programmed a certain way. At times I feel like I'm one versus 1,000, one versus 1,000,000, because those who speak like I do and think like I do, they're completely separated from my environment. So you look at the infrastructure, you look at the way that this realm was designed. It's a lot of fast food restaurants. It's a lot of alcohol stores, a lot of corporations where people are stuck inside these buildings. Like I said, in the olden times, the ancient times, there were pyramid structures. Beings were linked into a higher intelligence, but not anymore. So if you want to continue to do the same program every day, just about, you have that opportunity. You have that opportunity to do that. But if you seek that higher intelligence, you'll cut out all the process stuff, and you'll go to the sun, because the sun's actually not going to hurt you. You see, microwaves hurt you, radio waves hurt you. The reason people can't take this frequency of the ultraviolet rays is because they're ingesting these toxic frequencies. It's very simple. It's science. It's all based on environment. And I believe that there are those who are programmed, and at this point, and they don't. That's what they're here to do. They're not here to change. They're not here to evolve. They're not here to speak anything like I am right now, because they're content. They're satisfied, to work their 8 hours inside of a building and then go on a 2-week vacation and just sit at a pool in a hot weather, and then come back and do the same exact thing. But I think I made my point for today. Just know that things are not meant to just stay the same. You have that opportunity to change. Just know that this is strategic. Everything's strategic. Everything is placed there for a reason. It's because it's literally designed to stagnate your energy, and you must become aware of it, because you're not getting that sunlight when you're stuck inside of a building. You're not getting those frequencies. You're getting the lower ones. You're getting the ones that are going to stagnate you, keep you frustrated, keep you bitter, keep you, from being completely stagnant. And there's just so much tension build up, and it cannot sustain itself like that. And that is what is set up. Awareness is key. No matter what the situation is, and this will be my last point. You can heal from anything. I'm just saying, when you learn about the herbs, when you learn about the sunlight, the power of these trees and the sun, fruits, all this stuff is designed to heal you. So no matter what sickness or disease you think you have, it's not meant, that's an imbalance. It was never meant to be there. Healing is the way it's meant to be, to operate and balance. That's the way it's meant to be. Yeah, the sun. You're meant to experience the sunlight. And that, like I said, these buildings. Look at here. It was designed this way to restrict you from that sunlight, and it's going to get exposed, and they're keeping it going as long as they possibly can. They don't like to hear my voice like this, and that's great. This is a spiritual war, a spiritual attack. So whatever you're hearing about the politics and whatever you're hearing about, these physical wars, they don't talk about this. This is not televised. This is the spiritual war. This is the frequency war. It's what I do personally every moment of every second of every day. It's not televised, but I speak on it as much as I possibly can. And I'm separated from those who think like I do. So if you really care, you can't just talk about it, you got to act on it. I don't eat processed foods. I get out in the sun. You got to act on this.